If you don't want them to have a phone, then you just don't get them a phone. Mm-hmm. Which is what you're saying you're going to do.
In theory.
But here's the problem. They're going to go, Dad, all my friends have a phone. Like, I'm not cool. I want a phone. Are you going to cave to the pressure?
We'll see.
Is it easy to talk with a peanut butter bagel in your mouth at the same time?
Yeah, I feel like it really helps lay down the law.
What?
The peanut butter bagel helps make your point?
Mm-hmm.
It's the Brett Davern Show! Brought to you by Adobe Radio. In partnership with Nice Guy Digital. And recorded live in beautiful North Hollywood, California. On today's episode, the multi-talented Katherine Castro sits with us to discuss her creative process while working on the film Someday. And I'll tell you my favorite thing I've seen so far today. Now let's get to the guy who's graduated high school 3 times.
That's me!
Your new best friend.
Mm-hmm.
Brett Davern!
Listen up, everybody. Listen up. Turn on your ears. Pay attention. Wake up. This is our show. Thank you for listening live on Adobe Radio, YouTube, or wherever you get your podcasts. You can call the show anytime. 1-888-99-IDOBE. Shout out a friend, shout at us or with us. It's all good. Once again, the phone number is 1-888-994-3624. The email for the show is bdsfans@idobe.com. That's bdsfans@idobi.com. Lots of show to get to today. Big stuff going on. Before we get to all of it, though, good morning, Boy Wonder.
Good morning, Brett.
And Katie LeClaire.
It's National Mason Jar Day. And I'm so sad because Boy Wonder always has a mason jar and he doesn't have one today.
Holy crap! Are you serious? National Mason Jar Day?
I thought you might be excited.
I love mason jars. I drink out of mason jars. You come to my house, you open the cupboard to get a glass, there's nothing but mason jars. And martini glasses. You know how they have the, but that's true though, by the way, with the mason jars. You've been over to the house.
Mason Jar
You've
City.
seen the mason jars. That's the new name of my Wi-Fi at my house. Mason Jar City. It's got the,
I just burned my mouth so bad.
we got the babysitters coming over to the house all the time, you know. Hey, Mr. and Mrs. D. That's the babysitter. That's me doing a 13-year-old babysitter voice, by the way. Hey, Mr. and Mrs. D. What's your Wi-Fi? Just look for Mason Jar City. The password is strawberry jam. That's it. I'm doing it, Katie. I'm doing it. That's amazing. Yeah. So much for Davern Wi-Fi. That's boring. Mason Jar City.
I like that you can name your Wi-Fi anything.
Come on down to the Mason Jar City where the grass is green and the jams are gritty.
Oh, no.
Down to the Mason Jar City where the strawberry jam is kind of like jelly.
No, you lost it.
Publicist Danny's laughing out in the lobby. She loves it.
Love Danny.
Publicist Danny. Something weird happened this morning where...
Yeah.
So Katie and I always get in here about 6 o'clock in the morning to do some setup and pre-show and all that kind of stuff and come up with all of our fantastic bits, such as Mason Jar City.
That was on the fly. That was real.
That was amazing. I love that. That's my new favorite thing. Anyway, so we're sitting in the studio this morning, and usually the back door here flings open, and it's usually Dan, Boy Wonder, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Who's coming through the door. And so the door flings open, and Katie goes, Daniel! And then a lady walks in. And we're like, oh, that's not him. And then she's like sticks out her hand and goes, hi, I'm Danny. And it was like, wait, what?
Yeah.
Are you messing with us? She's like, no. And it's like, I don't know.
I knew Danny was coming.
No,
but I didn't
know,
put
but like
that
it was
all
just
together.
that the timing like life is weird sometimes, and like
It's amazing.
You're in a sitcom sometimes.
Yeah.
It just happens. And then the studio audience started applauding, and then she had to wait for the applause to die down before she said anything.
You just hear a laugh track in your brain all the time?
I hear laugh track constantly. Take me down to the Mason Jar City where I prefer peach jam, but I'll take something. Whoa, I don't know. What just happened?
What'd you do that for?
I don't know. Let's listen to some music. This is Keeper with from By With Confidence.
By With Confidence.
The song name should just be Keeper with Confidence. I'll talk to him. Okay, hold on. I was just informed that band with Confidence is embroiled in some sort of underage BS scandal. And I will not have them playing on the Brett Davern show. So what song is this, Katie?
Okay, so
Katie didn't know that. I didn't know that. Dan told us about it as soon as the song started playing. That's BS, and I will not stand for this.
Yeah.
So what are we playing?
We're gonna play
Anything. Your mic's not on. Just anything. Throw something in there.
Okay, we're gonna play Dance Dance.
There you go. This is Dance Dance. Thank you for watching on YouTube or listening to the podcast version of The Brett Davern Show. If you were listening live on Adobe Radio, you'd be hearing real music right now, instead of this message and whatever song this is. Sometimes the rules just won't let us play real music on YouTube or the podcast. It's not a big deal. Just putting it out there. Back with more show in a second.
Listening to The Brett Davern Show with that other guy from that one show on MTV. Yeah, you know, Brett Davern on Adobe Radio.
It's the best thing Katie's seen so far today.
Okay, Christmas is coming. The holidays are here. Best part about Christmas is the music. Listen to this.
Come on.
Do you know that voice? Oh my god!
You think it's a game?
So DMX has just released through Spotify this cover of Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, and it's the toughest Rudolph has ever been.
And that's the best thing Katie's seen so far today. Oh, no! That's the way the reindeers roll!
No one is messing with Rudolph this year.
What did he say? You think this is a game? It's amazing. I love that. That's funny. That makes me laugh.
So good.
Hey, Katie, you know what else makes me laugh?
What?
So last night, so yesterday, Katie and I were working on the show, and we're constantly trying to, reach out to people who we want to be guests and reach out to people that we want to have on the show for all of you guys. So we're always trying to get, good people for you to listen to, good content, whatever.
Full-time job.
Yeah, so we usually, we email people's publicists, we email people's managers and agents and blah, 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 blah. Or just call in our own friends and things like that. But we were talking about, it's kind of hard to get in touch with people sometimes, especially when you're trying to go through their reps, because it's just sort of a longer process. So we were like, well, let's just start hitting them up on Twitter. Why not? And then, so we were tweeting at people like, hey, I want to be on our show or whatever. And then we were like, well, wait, maybe we can direct message them. And then we were like, hold on a second. We've got followers out there.
We're
maybe
big deals.
Some of the people that follow us are people who we would want to have on the show. Yeah. So apparently when you click on who's following you, you can then filter it to only show you verified people who are following you, which I recommend everybody out there should do if you have a Twitter account, because you never know.
You never know.
Right?
Did you find anything cool?
Well, so you have about 200 verified accounts that are following you. I have 200 or so. And so I was looking through them last night. Yeah. And there's some weird verified accounts that are following me.
Really?
That I don't follow, that I was like, whoa, that account's following me. That's weird.
Who you got?
Okay, I had to make a list because it was just kind of strange. The HGTV show Love It or List It
Yeah?
follows me. I don't know why. I've never mentioned them on Twitter, I don't think ever. I mean, it's an okay show. I watch it. It's on all the time in the background, but anyway, there you go. The Broadway musical Book of Mormon.
Didn't you audition for that?
No.
Oh.
But they follow your boy. Margaret Cho, stand-up comedian.
What?
Yeah. Microsoft.
Yeah, that makes sense, though.
Yeah, that's true. I did tweet about them one time. Beats by Dre.
Nice.
Weird. Never tweeted about that. Tito Ortiz, the UFC fighter. Which I'm
Did you
intrigued
DM him
by.
to get on the show?
Well, no, I mean, not yet, but yes and no. You know,
Yeah, you're
I can't
slacking.
reveal my secrets, but Tito Ortiz, I'm
you DM'd
I'm
about other
flattered,
things.
but also sort of kind of scared because I'm like, oh, better not say anything weird. The movie Masterminds, starring Zach Galifianakis, follows me.
What?
I don't know. David Hasselhoff
What?
follows your boy.
Well, because you're a big deal in Germany, right?
I took a picture with him in Germany because he was at the European MTV Awards.
Yeah.
But it was like on the red carpet. I was just like, hey man, can we take a photo real quick? I don't know. I mean,
Did you post it?
yeah,
Did you tag him?
probably.
Okay, well.
Still though, he's a follow back girl. That's crazy. It's a follow back girl, not
Yeah,
a hollow back
I
girl.
gotcha,
A follow
I
back
gotcha.
girl. Yahoo follows me.
Weird.
Sweet. Kind granola bars. Okay. Drew Scott, one of the Property Brothers, but not the other one.
You're big in the HGTV world.
Weird, right? And here's the ones I'm most happy about. Okay? My beloved Seattle Seahawks
Follow you?
follow me.
Oh. I can't even imagine the happy dance that happened when you saw that.
It was the greatest moment of my life.
Yeah.
I mean, I tweet about them constantly, so that makes sense. But, like, I was just like, that's awesome.
Yeah.
They probably follow, anyway, I was excited.
You should be. That's a big deal.
However,
It's a really big
it gets
deal.
better.
What?
The Enforcer. The best strong safety in all of the National Football League. Virginia Tech graduate, alumni guy. Cam Chancellor of the Seattle Seahawks follows your boy.
Not Cam Chancellor.
Hell yes!
What?
He's one of my favorite players of all time. I didn't know he follows me. It's amazing. I'm so excited by this. The guy's got arms like a superhero. I love this guy so much. He's a beast. He's crazy. He wears like a dark face mask on his helmet. He just smashes the crap out of people.
Wow.
You should see this hit he laid on Vernon Davis one time. I'm pulling up the GIF, Boy Wonder. You're putting it on YouTube. It's amazing. Crushes people. Crushes people for a living, Katie. And he also has a crush on me.
Ooh.
Well, he follows me on Twitter. I don't know if he has a crush on me. I love you, Cam. Thanks for following me, pal. He's the best. Oh my God. He's out for the rest of the year with a neck injury, I think, but oh man, my favorite player. He crushes it.
Way to go.
Crushes it. Had a pick 6 this year. Oh boy. All right. Music break and then back with Katherine, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, so, right? Well,
Yeah.
a 2-song music break and then back with Katherine. Gonna get into all things about her film Someday and everything else that she's up to. Katherine Castro coming back with her on the other side of this first song, which is Inhaler by Foles. Inhaler?
Bowls? Bowls? I don't know. But it's a good song. Thank you for watching on YouTube or for listening to the podcast version of our show. We love you. If you were listening live on Adobe Radio, you'd be hearing real music right now instead of this message. Sometimes rules don't allow us to play that kind of stuff on YouTube or on the podcast. Just putting it out there. Back with more show in a few seconds.
Watch him every day after school. I would come home. I would go, wow. That was loud into the microphone. That was embarrassing.
Yeah.
For me. That was so loud that it was even embarrassing for me. I'd come home from school, I'd go right downstairs, pop the TV on, find the USA Network, and then this is what I'd hear. Chicka chicka choo. Some people stand in the darkness, afraid to step into the light.
Yeah.
Some people need to help somebody. And then it would just be like, you know, slow motion jogging down the beach, and there's Mitch Buchanan and C.J. Parker, and yeah. Oh, man. And he follows me on Twitter.
I'm so happy for you.
I'll be ready. I'll be ready.
Okay.
All I ever wanted to do, people would be like, hey, what do you want to be when you grow up, right? All I ever wanted to do and be when I grew up was in the theme song for Baywatch. There's a dude, he's standing on the back of the Scarab boat, the yellow boat that they would drive. He's got hanging onto the stanchion there. The boat's going full speed, and he dives off into the water as the boat's going to save somebody. Throws out the orange can and dives in. So people would be like, Brett, what do you want to be when you grow up? I'd be like, I just want to jump off that boat like that one time. That's it.
I bet you that we could get Boy Wonder and us on a boat, and we could recreate that moment for you.
'Cause I'm always ready. I won't let you out of my sight.
All right, I don't know what's happening. Let's play some music.
This is Seven Nation Army by the White Stripes.
Thank you for watching on YouTube or listening to the podcast version of The Brett Davern Show. If you were listening live on Adobe Radio, you'd be hearing real music right now, instead of this message and whatever song this is. Sometimes the rules just won't let us play real music on YouTube or the podcast. It's not a big deal. Just putting it out there. Back with more show in a second.
You're listening to The Brett Davern Show, featuring Katie LeClaire on IW Radio.
Featuring Katie LeClaire.
That's me.
You know, when this
I
show
got to do
started, Boy Wonder, she didn't want her name on this thing. And now all of a sudden it's just, with Katie, featuring Katie.
I didn't know we were going to be here with Boy Wonder every morning.
Uh-huh.
And let alone the lovely lady to my left.
I know. Katherine Castro. Welcome to the show.
Thank you for having
Thanks
me.
for being here. Here, scoot right up to that microphone there. I want the people to be able to hear you there. There you go.
Thank you for having me. I've already had so much fun since I've been here. I've been taking over the studio, scooter riding.
She was out there. Okay. Listen.
I mean, you asked for it.
I
dude.
gotta
You
let
asked
the
for it.
people in on something here. There's nice concrete floors out there in the lobby. And so there's a couple of Razor scooters out there.
Yeah.
Sometimes I catch the guests out there motoring around on them, and I get very nervous.
You're such a dad.
Well, I'm a father now, and I get nervous that they're
come
going to fall
on.
down and crack their melon open.
You gotta live.
Well, just do it after
Right.
you've been on the show. I need you to be on the show, and then you can go out there and... No.
Well, I mean,
There's
I've
also...
got some hidden talents.
There's also
Oh.
some construction going on here at the studio, and so that we're trying to put a ladder on the studio so they can climb up on top here. And it's not exactly anchored down correctly yet, and there's a sign on it that says, "Do not climb." And Catherine's out there climbing the ladder.
I mean, you're asking for it. You tell me don't. That's when you say don't. That's when I do it.
All right, we're gonna change the sign. It's gonna say, "Please, please, seriously, don't do this."
Especially if you're Katherine Castro.
Yeah. Anyway.
Now, if you don't put the sign, that's when people won't even pay attention. But it's like pointing it out.
I
Oh,
see.
okay.
Yeah.
That's
Reverse
a good point.
psychology.
Yeah, that's a good point. Or if we take
We
the
should
sign
write-
down, we'll just walk out there to get the guest in the break, and then we'll just be like, "Where'd they go?" And they're just like sitting on top of the studio.
I'm a golden god.
There you go. Katherine, thanks so much for being here.
Thank you for having me.
course.
I'm seriously, I've been having so much fun already.
Yeah.
Yeah, good, good. Well, we got to bring the energy in the morning. That's the thing. So we
Yes.
put the scooters out there and everything. Let's talk about Someday.
Ooh.
So, I mean, I could tell them all about it, but why don't you tell us about it, and in turn, it's telling the audience about it.
Oh, well, some days it's a love project. It's a personal love project of mine because it's something that actually happened to me. It's based on true stories, but the writer director just switched it around a little bit. But it's about two strangers. I travel a lot, and it's about two strangers that meet on a plane on a 14-hour flight from Sydney to Los Angeles. And Adam, my flying partner sitting next to me, is a famous celebrity, and Melody has no idea who she is. This actually happened to me, and of course it would happen to me because I don't pay attention or care.
Really?
And these two people have this amazing connection, and this what I call this love affair, this affair of the minds, where these two people just connect.
Sure.
I would say that it just lasts the length of the flight. Now, does something happen after? We don't know. Maybe.
Right.
Was it all a dream, you know, or did it really happen, or are they together? We don't know.
But it's not a 14-hour movie.
No. He just made it a 14-hour flight to be able to. In reality, it was only like a 6-hour flight.
It's kind of like
It's still a long
before
flight, though.
dawn, right?
I was gonna say it's kind of, sort of after sunrise, before sunset.
I don't know.
In the
We all
middle
know
of
what
the
we're talking
day.
about, right?
Yes, it's Ethan Hawke.
Yeah.
I've when I've talked about it, people have mentioned that.
Whichever one of those movies is the first one, which I think is before sunrise.
That's what I literally just wrote down.
Before sunrise,
Yeah.
I think, because it takes place over the course. I don't know. Anyway,
But
whatever
it's
the
that-
first one of those was, I saw when I was like a teenager, and it's Ethan Hawke. He's backpacking through Europe. He meets a lovely woman, and the whole movie takes place over them meeting and over the course of this one night where they met. And I was watching it and going like, I gotta go travel.
Yes,
Like,
absolutely. And the beauty about this is that it's not really about Adam and Melody. It's about a human connection.
Yeah,
and that's
sure.
what we all strive and want, that to connect with someone. It can happen to anyone, where you just connect with a random human being at the line of, the supermarket, or buying some coffee, and you spark up a conversation, and you just talk with each other for whatever that moment, which feels forever, because the connection is so profound, and that's it.
Well, in real life, when this happened to you, when was that? Like, was it some years ago, or how long ago was that?
It happened to the date a year and a year and a half ago.
Oh, okay.
Exactly.
Okay, I was wondering if it happened a while, even further back than that, because my thing with being on planes that I used to love, and that I still kind of love, is that now there's Wi-Fi on there, so it gets a little more muddled. But like how you got to put your cell phone away.
Yes.
And so that's why people do tend to talk to each other on airplanes specifically, because you have nothing else to do. I mean, they have the TVs and stuff now on every flight usually, but...
Yeah, well, in my case, I don't use the Wi-Fi, because the airplane for me is one of the places where I consider like my personal bubble, where I can disconnect, so I don't use the Wi-Fi. And I know it does not look like it, but I'm actually really shy. So I usually don't talk with people on airplanes.
Right.
I don't. And for some reason, the engine of the plane for me is like white noise.
I
so
love
the
it.
moment I'm on the plane, I like fall asleep.
Yeah.
It's the easiest place to fall asleep ever for me.
It is.
Yeah.
But before having this happen to me, I had thought about, because I've always traveled since I was a child, I've always thought about how interesting would it be to see a movie about two human beings, two strangers that connect and fall in love and have this affair. And again, it's affair of, the mind, the connection. That lasts the length of the flight.
Yeah, that's cool.
How interesting. And this was like 6 years ago. I thought about that, and then...
And then it happened to you.
Yes, so I basically manifested it. I just did not manifest it. It was a celebrity.
So I was going to say, so in the movie it's a celebrity, and in real life it was a celebrity.
Yes.
Do you want to tell us who the celebrity was? Oh,
No.
come on.
You'll have to watch the
Does
movie.
it rhyme with Schmroschling? No. Does it rhyme with...
It was not Ryan Gosling.
No.
Just get that
Are there
out of the way.
clues to the real person in the film?
No,
No,
not
okay.
at all.
Okay.
Not at all.
Okay.
And in real life, is this connection still happening?
I can't say, because then I'm going to give away the movie.
All right.
Oh, okay.
All right.
So
I'm going to keep digging. You just keep telling me no. Okay.
I will neither confirm nor deny.
Oh, I'm so intrigued now. But I guess that's good because now I want to see Someday for sure.
For sure.
So how can people see it and when is it out now?
No, it's not out yet.
Okay.
Right now, we are going through the festival circuit, so it's being submitted to festivals, and
That's a grueling process, I'm sure.
yes, but all the festivals start next year, so we're really excited about it.
Nice.
But we will definitely be having a screening here.
Well, the
for
coolest
friends and
coolest
family.
thing now with what's going on with this business is just that like no matter what you're doing, whether it's TV shows, recording artists, movies, it's like there's so many ways to get your stuff out there now.
Oh my God,
like
yes.
it's that thing of like where I remember when I first started, you do something and it like sort of kind of wouldn't come out. I don't even think that exists anymore because it's like
No.
even if it doesn't get picked up or whatever, which it won't, that's not going to happen. But I'm just saying.
Yeah.
You can get it out there somehow, and your
Absolutely.
fans and people that follow you can find it, and so they'll be able to. And
The
it's gonna be
internet
exciting.
has changed the name of the game,
For
sure.
the way everything is done. But I think it's a story that anyone can relate to.
Yeah.
It's just anyone. You don't have to be. It doesn't have to be on a plane. It's just a story about two human beings
Finding a
connecting.
connection, yeah, totally. And hey, listen, it's right up my alley, Katie, because it's what I'm always telling people to do, which is put your cell phone down, people.
Yeah.
Look up and talk to somebody every once in a while.
Yeah.
Let's we're taking a song break here, but then we're gonna come back on the other side and play a game with you and chat more and all that stuff. But right now, this is, come on,
Brett's favorite band.
these are my boys. Oh, hey guys, climate change is real, guys. This is Eddie Vedder and the boys from Pearl Jam with Alive.
Thank you for watching on YouTube or for listening to the podcast version of our show. We love you. If you were listening live on Adobe Radio, you'd be hearing real music right now instead of this message. Sometimes rules don't allow us to play that kind of stuff on YouTube or on the podcast. Just putting it out there. Back with more show in a few seconds.
Follow at Brett Davern Show on Instagram for behind-the-scenes pics of Brett, Katie, and their guests. Adobe Radio.
It's a really cool place, actually. It's what's it called? Air Hollywood.
Air Hollywood.
And they have like you were saying, they have just like it's like a big warehouse, basically, or big giant room, and then like one of these. What am I trying to say? Just huge garage-looking thing, and then they just have a ton of like airplane fuselages in there from all different years, all different makes and models, and like whatever, and then you just shoot movies and stuff, and that's how they shoot all the airplane stuff.
Such a weird place that there's like this place that's just for airplanes and they have every airplane.
Yeah.
Yes.
I just shot a movie for Lifetime, and we went to this house up in a hill, and every room, it was like a huge house. One room was a spa set, one was a prison set, one was a bar, one was like it's
so they
a
just rent it
house.
out for people to shoot at,
and it's like room by room.
Wow.
LA is so interesting.
Yeah.
Well, this studio, Air Hollywood, which we met the owner, and he was amazing with us. They actually have like the security checkpoint, and it looks like the security checkpoint.
Oh, that's cool. That's a big set piece.
And
for
they
a
have
movie.
what it looks like.
Oh,
what
it's
you
a
were trying
giant
to, yes.
facility. They
What it
have
looks
everything.
like is like a big. Do you say in English hangar?
Yeah, like an airplane hangar. Yeah.
So that's what it looks like, and it has actually real fuselages of planes, so real planes, like the real.
What I thought is
bathrooms.
cool about it too is
Magic.
that it's like I was saying, like from each time period too, because you think about it, like because when I worked there, we were shooting Love and Mercy, and so there's a scene at the beginning, so it's 1960s, so the airplane. 1960s airplane, but then for yours it's probably a modern fuselage. So like that one's the next fuselage over, and then you go, so you're watching Mad Men, and then it's like, they need one from that. So they have the ashtrays, and they have the one because the seats change all the time.
The seats and the colors. I mean, they actually have something called the Pan Am experience. So they have an actual Pan Am plane.
It's really cool place.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
I mean, I was so lucky to find that place. They were just amazing. With
This town is really cool sometimes, there's just cool things like that around here. Like there's here where we record where Adobe is down the street a little ways, there's a car. It's not a dealership, but it's like a guy who builds like custom cars.
Ooh,
but it's the guy
I
who
love that.
it's the place where they built the original Batmobile, and they have it there still, the Adam West Batmobile. And on the outside of the building, it's like advertising like, oh, the original Batmobile and all this stuff. And it's right down there. It's like 2 blocks
walk
away
in
from here.
and
You
just,
can.
like,
It's
check
a
it out.
car outside.
Right over here.
It's
No,
not
it's
outside.
inside. It's inside. But they build all kinds
That's how
of
they get you.
they build all kinds of custom cars for movies, like
Like Mad Max. or
yeah,
something
all
like that,
kinds
yeah.
of stuff. But it's like 3 blocks from here, and we drive past it all the time, and you never really think about it. But that's kind of this town.
And we don't think about it because we live here.
Right.
But people that come from other places in
Yeah,
the world, from
yeah.
other parts of the world, they're like, "Oh my God, Los Angeles!" And
I
it's
know.
and this, we're pretty lucky.
I know.
Because
And
I'm
all
not
I-
from here. You're
all
from
I do
Seattle.
but all I do
Where
is
are you
complain about it here.
And where
That's
are you
all
from
Yeah,
I
you
do.
originally?
complain a lot.
Are you from
Texas?
LA? Texas,
Yeah.
nice.
Yeah. Where are you from originally?
Dominican Republic.
Oh, right. We were talking about that in the lobby. My
yeah.
bad. Yeah.
Island girl, Caribbean.
There you go. Catherine, one last thing to do with you here
Ooh.
while we have you in studio. We do this with all of our guests.
Okay.
I have 2 lines of questioning
Oh,
on each of these note
Okay.
cards.
It's getting serious.
I'm holding them in my hands. I'm showing them
Okay.
to the YouTube channel. One is purple, one is orange. They each contain a different line of questioning, but you determine which line of questioning I ask you, because I'm going to put them behind my back and you tell me right or left.
Do I get a lifeline?
No,
No.
No,
Okay.
you don't.
I'm sweating.
you can't ask the audience either.
Oh, okay.
They're listening. They're not responding.
They wouldn't be able to respond in time.
I'll get the right hand.
Okay. 10 questions. 10 questions,
questions.
with Katherine Castro. Here we go. Number 1, most used emoji.
The smiley face.
Okay.
Oh, is this for me? What
Yeah.
the one
Which
I
one
mostly
do you
use?
use the most?
Yeah, they're all about you.
Oh. Oh, I just thought it was in general.
Tell me Ryan Gosling's most used emoji. I'm just kidding.
Hey,
It's-
girl.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's probably the
It's a
flexing
gif
arm.
of him.
It's a gift. Yeah. A mimi. It's a mimi of it. Hey, girl. Most used emoji, probably the heart.
Oh, okay. Which color? The red? Just go red?
For me, the heart and the lips. Red.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I must admit that sometimes I've been guilty of gifting it as myself.
Oh, really?
I've sent gifts of myself to people. I admit
That's
it.
okay.
I admit it.
You admit it, so it's okay.
It's absolutely. There's,
I just didn't know.
Nothing-
I didn't know what gifts were, and then I was like, "Whoa, that's what those are! Oh my gosh, there's one of me!" And then
I
I
have a
just
T-shirt of myself.
see. There you go. Why not?
I like that.
Right? With
Number number 2. Yeah, why not? Number 2. What's your go-to coffee shop order?
I don't do coffee shop orders.
You don't drink
No.
coffee?
I do, but I make my own coffee at home.
Oh, so you just okay.
My
yeah.
coffee, there's no, sorry.
You're skipping the coffee shop.
Yours is better than theirs.
What do you
mine
do? What's your
is-
process? You go French press? You go Keurig? What are we doing?
I actually get an old school Italian stovetop percolator.
Whoa.
Yeah, that's the way we
That
grew up
sounds
drinking coffee in Dominican
delicious.
Republic. So it's very, very
Sure.
old school. You put the water and then you put something in and then you put the coffee beans. I grind my own beans.
Of course you do.
And it's an espresso machine
Yeah.
maker. And so you put it in the stove and then it percolates up.
Oh, so do you do? So it's like a little cup, or do you
Well,
do a big cup?
I fill it up.
Right.
And that way I can, like, if I have friends over. Or if I
But
wanna
is
go
it
for a
super
second cup.
strong?
Well, that you can measure. It depends on how much
Okay.
coffee,
Okay.
grinded coffee
I'm gonna
you
have to
put
come
in.
over for coffee. We're gonna have to do
So
this.
no
I'm
coffee
interested.
shop. Everyone come to my house for coffee.
Okay. Number
On
3.
me.
What's your most watched movie of all time? The one that you've seen the most amount of times.
There are several. I would say The Wizard of Oz.
Oh, that's
classic.
Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah.
I played the Tin Man in 6th grade.
Oh my God! Really?
Yeah.
I love the Tin Man.
Everybody does.
He's the one that has
He had
the
no
most
heart.
heart.
Well, he needs a heart though, but he's got heart.
Yeah. Love Tin Man.
Oh, I could tell you why. A lot of singing on the show today, Katie.
Yeah, there it
Snatch
is. I love
also.
it.
Actually, that's the wrong lyrics. I was just doing the Scarecrow one. It's very confusing because it's the same song 3 times.
Just follow the Yellow Brick Road. That's it. Just follow. Follow Yellow
Before
Brick
people
Road.
start tweeting me, that was the Scarecrow, bro.
I hope you get that. I wish you hadn't said anything.
Imagine
I
how
wish
many of
you
our
would have
listeners are
gotten
out there
that.
like, hey, man, that was the Scarecrow one. You messed that up.
Oh boy.
Anyway. All right.
Snatch is another one. Love Actually is another one.
Oh, Love Actually.
Yeah, right?
It's this time of year, Katie.
Yeah.
I watch it once a year around this time.
Me too.
Love Actually. I save it every year.
It's a good one.
Oh my God. Tropic Thunder is another one.
Funny.
Oh my God. Love that one.
Number 4.
Yes.
Who is your celebrity crush?
You know, that changes.
Yeah.
Depends on my mood.
What about this morning when you woke up? What's going on today?
Did not think about a crush. a
Okay.
celebrity
You could go with
crush.
Boy Wonder. He's right here.
Hey, Boy Wonder is my celebrity crush.
By the way,
Oh.
everybody, hold on. I got to take a side tangent. Look at this beard we got going on. We're doing a beard thing for Movember.
It's the time of the year. Scruff
Yeah.
is good.
It's going good. I
Scruff
like
is
it.
sexy, right?
It is. I like
Scruff
the,
is
I like
sexy.
a
You hear
scruff.
that, Boy Wonder?
Scruff is sexy.
All right.
Scruff is sexy.
Number 5.
Yeah.
Did you ever have an AOL Instant Messenger? And if so, what was your
Nope.
screen name? All right,
Nope,
moving on.
never.
Number 6. Finish this sentence. Something I need to improve upon is...
Oh my God, it's so many.
Don't worry, it's
My
not rapid
communication
fire.
skills.
Okay, yeah. Yeah. Responding to things, you mean? Like texting or whatever? Or
No,
just...
with that I'm good. Just probably learning how to express myself in a more
okay.
efficient way.
Oh, there you go.
Because I have like so many languages in my head, and English is not my first language.
Sure.
So just communicating myself in a way that is efficient and that, you know.
I think we could all improve upon that, though,
Right.
to be honest. And I only speak one language. Number 7. What is your spirit animal?
Ooh. I would say it's a dolphin. Yeah. Very connected to dolphins.
Smart, active, water. I like
Well,
it.
I am a water sign also.
Pisces?
Yes, I am.
Me too.
Really? What day?
I won't reveal my age. Oh, wait,
No,
day?
no, just day. Just day. Just day.
Oh, I'm fine with that. The 16th
Of
March? Yeah, March.
On March 10.
That's, let's do a joint party this year.
yes.
Joint party with
Yes.
coffee.
Yes.
Let's do it.
Yeah, I don't drink, but
But
coffee's
coffee.
good. Yeah,
Yeah.
coffee's
Yeah,
good.
coffee. Drink some coffee. We'll
Yes.
get all hyped up.
You will with my coffee, trust me.
She's like, happy birthday. Okay. Number 8.
Yes.
Number 8.
Just do it.
What?
It's just,
Stop it.
okay. I'm supposed to just do it now.
God, just do it.
All right, number 8. No, I have to explain it. We had in the beginning of the show we had a lot of male guests, and the classic male question is boxers or briefs, right?
Yes.
But I asked the same line of questioning to everybody, and then we get females in here. I can't say boxers or briefs, so I have to say it like this: do you prefer wearing boy shorts, cheekies, thongs, or going commando?
Commando.
Not even a big deal. Yeah, we're good.
I sleep think.
There you go.
Number
That's
9.
on the other line of questioning.
Number 9. Oh my gosh.
And I am shy, for real.
Number 9. Question number 9. What's next?
What's next?
Yeah, what's next? What's going on with you? We got Someday's going to be coming out soon.
Oh, with
but
work. Okay.
or anything. I don't know. What do you
Or
got?
what are you doing after this?
Plans for the
Where are you scootering
holidays,
after this?
vacations. What's going on? What's next?
There's a lot going on.
Yeah?
I don't know where I'm going for the holidays. That's just too far ahead for me. I don't plan that far in
I love
advance.
that.
I really don't.
I love that. For people out there, it's like fast approaching. My mom's like freaking out. I got to get the house decorated. And Catherine's over here like, I'll figure it
I don't.
out.
Yeah, when the time gets there, I don't. Because I
love
do
it.
travel a lot, or something always shows up that I can't book a trip in advance.
Yeah.
So far
Oh,
in advance.
I know.
I have 2 feature films, 1 TV show that I can't reveal yet, but it's pretty amazing.
Cool.
I'm very excited.
Well, you got to
about
come
it.
back and tell us about that when that's out.
Yes,
Okay.
and I'm producing another movie about suicide, and also based on a true story, something that I witnessed. It was insane.
Wow.
And I just did another project with my same writer-director, J.S. Maniak, who, by the way, you guys are going to love him. His writing he's just brilliant. He just cast me on another show he just did
So much
with an
for you.
amazing, like, star-studded,
So
cast.
much
It's
coming up for you.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
So
busy,
exciting.
busy, busy.
So fun and excitement, that's what's next.
All right, number 10.
Yes.
It's the most important question. I ask everybody this, not just on this silly show, but even in life when I meet people, because I believe that your answer to this question tells me everything that I need to know about you.
Okay.
Katherine Castro, what is your favorite fruit?
Ooh, easy. Pineapple.
That's a wrap, everybody, on another edition of the Brett Davern Show. Thank you out there for listening live on Adobe Radio. You can also subscribe to the podcast version of the show on iTunes, YouTube, TuneIn, Stitcher, podcastcentral.com,
Spotify.
Podcast and wherever, multitude of podcasts.net. I made those last two up. Spotify or masonjarcity.org. I made up that one too. Someone out there's like,
Somebody's already got it.
So,
hey, that doesn't exist.
so what does me liking a pineapple mean to you?
I can't tell you.
It means you have good taste.
Actually,
Right?
yeah, pineapple, I'm cool. I'm cool with that answer. It's a good answer. It's a good, solid answer. Pineapple's delicious.
Yeah.
I love pineapples. Like my pineapple and then banana.
Yeah, bananas.
That's-
That's a good answer too.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're fine. You're fine on both. You're fine.
I'm in.
Don't
You're
lose
fine.
sleep over it.
It's only if you say like
Strawberry.
Adam Martin.
dragon fruit or something,
Passion
but then we
fruit.
have to
Passion
talk.
fruit.
Yeah.
Our guest on Monday's favorite was passion fruit.
Really?
Yeah.
That's
Disappointing.
Yikes. Poor Adam.
I'm just kidding, Adam. Say adios.
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 Producer Katie. Producer Katie Leclerc is on Twitter and Instagram at KATIE Leclerc. There's 2 C's in there.
Great.
I'm on Twitter and Instagram at BDav. There's 2 V's in there. You can follow the show on any of the social medias, including Facebook at Brett Davern Show, or you can go to brettdavernshow.com for archived episodes, photos, and more. Today's guest, Katherine Castro, can be found on Instagram at official Katherine Castro. Katherine spelled Katherine.
That's right.
Yeah. And also on Twitter at
Cat
Castro.
with 2 O's.
There you go. Oh, 2 C's, 2 O's, 2 V's.
Oh, it
Hey,
was meant
hey.
to be.
It's
Hey.
a triple double. Oh!
Check her out on all the social media. She'll keep you updated, let you know when Someday is going to be coming out, but we all look forward to that. And once again, thanks for being here.
Thank you for having me. This was a lot of fun.
Yay!
Once again, for Boy Wonder, Katie Leclerc, Katherine Castro, and David Hasselhoff, I'm Brett, and I'm reminding all of you to be kind and take care of each other.
And say thank you.
We'll see you tomorrow. That was our show. Good night. Bam, bam, Cam Chancellor.
That's it for the Brett Davern Show today. But don't worry, they'll be back tomorrow on Adobe Radio Live, starting at 10 a.m. Eastern, 7 a.m. Pacific.